Welcome back to SBR Forum Videos. Which teams will be overrated and underrated in the NFL odds coming up this 2015 season? Joe Gavazzi has an excellent couple articles out on the website right now taking a look at 5 teams on each side that he thinks will be over and underrated. And I'm going to highlight just a couple here, starting with the teams that I think, and I agree with him, will be overrated and overvalued this season. We'll start it off with the Arizona Cardinals, team that's been absolutely a terror against the spread-wise so far throughout the last couple of seasons. They've been 21-12 straight up and 22-11 against the spread in the last 2 years. Last year they did all of that without Carson Palmer, and this year, taking a look at their very tough NFL schedule this season, I completely agree with Joe that the Arizona Cardinals are probably going to be one of the teams to fade here in the ATS picks coming up this season. A lot of people jumping on the bandwagon. I think this may be the time who jump off the bandwagon, especially taking a look at how tough their schedule is coming up this season. Now, another team that I completely agree with him is the Cincinnati Bengals. This year, another year under Andy Dalton, a quarterback that really I've never had too much of a fondness of, and despite the fact that they have excellent skill players on offense, their defense is starting to look just a little bit shaky here with injuries in training camp, and I think that after 4 winning seasons but with no playoff wins, I completely agree with Joe that after a 10-6-1 straight-up season last year, I think that the Cincinnati Bengals will also be a pretty solid fade coming up here in the 2015 season. And finally, America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, of course, went 13-5, including the playoffs last season, 10-8 against the spread in 2014. And after being pretty undervalued last year, America's team, traditionally a betting public's favorite, will probably be overrated next season. I really like still their offense. I think their offense is going to be really good, but the running game is still a big question mark in my eyes. And if they can't run the ball, that's not going to open up things in the passing game like it did for Dez Bryant and Tony Romo last season. So really think that the Cowboys could be an excellent fade, as well as the Arizona Cardinals and the Cincinnati Bengals this season. Make sure you check out Joe and I's picks for which teams will be undervalued this season. But until next time, for SBR Forum Videos, I'm Jordan Sharp.